Hey family, this is part 3 of how childhood black on black bullying affects us as we now are adults. And so yesterday we talked about gender specifically, how it may affect black men, and then we talked about how it may affect black women. And now we're going to talk about signs that you are actually healing, that you are doing the work and healing from those traumas. Okay, so just jump into it. One, you will feel peace in black spaces again. Okay, you may not you won't feel uncomfortable. Let's use the example I told about myself, how I used to avoid going around, especially where there are a lot of black men, because of the rejection of when I was much heavier than I am now, even though I'm still on a weight loss journey. It seems like I'm always on a damn weight loss journey. I'm so sick of this shit. Anyway, um, secondly, you will show up fully, flaws and all. Like you realize, you know what? I'm not perfect, but it's okay because I deserve to be where I'm at. I deserve to be in these spaces. Third, you extend grace instead of judgment. You start to find yourself, you know what? So you really actually start feeling sorry for those people who have wronged you or hurt you. Or you're not as hard on other people. So that's where that grace comes in. Fourth, you've released the need to prove your worth. That's a constant for me. Because more so to prove my worth to myself. I know it may sound crazy. I don't feel like I need to prove it to everybody else, but to Angela. And I don't. That's that disconnect. And I want to really explore more. Why do I constantly feel like I'm not enough for me? You know? The fifth one is you can name what happened to you without shame. Mm, without shame. And last, you protect the next generation from what hurt you. So you're able to openly explain and discuss, hey, this is what happened to me. This is how I was treated. I was bullied. And use your life as a testimony. I'm doing this is basically what I'm doing here now. I'm transparent with you all because I want us to heal as a people. And also to stop it from the next generation. So we teach our children to be tolerant of other people and to extend grace to others. You don't know anybody's plight. You don't know what they've been through. So how dare you judge that person based on what they look like, the color, how dark their skin is, how big their lips are, how short their hair is. Like, why? What does that do for you? Absolutely nothing. So let's talk about how to begin your healing journey. One, you got to name it. For example, I was hurt by people who looked like me. And I got to tell you, I was. I cannot remember ever, and I mean this. And I went to school in predominantly, I mixed or either predominantly white schools from kindergarten up to my master's. But I cannot count on one finger the time a white person ever called me fat. But I can count on my fingers and toes, your fingers and toes, and yours, and so on, how many black people. And not just, like I said, not just black young children, I mean adults. When I was a child, when I was a teenager. Second, write to your younger self. Say what you needed to hear. I haven't done that yet. I don't know why. I think I have a little trepidation because I'm afraid. I don't know. I'm afraid I'm just going to sob. Maybe that's what I need to do. I think I'm going to talk to my therapist on Tuesday. And I'll let y'all know how it goes. Third, find safe support. And I wrote find safe support because, you can't go to everybody with these issues, right? So you've got to find the right therapist for you, or journaling might work for you, or you might be a part of a larger community where you all get together. For some of you all, you're blessed to be in sororities and fraternities, and maybe that's a great support for you. Sidebar, that is my only regret in life, that I did not pledge. I started out, well, that's getting off the subject. Let's keep going. I'll talk about that later, though. All right, next is to redefine your blackness. It's not a box, it's a birthright, right? And so, again, many children also who were teased profusely by the blacks were either biracial children, because when you're biracial, you're never too white for the white folk, you're never too black for the black people. Or if you are biracial and you happen to have hair that's like, what as they call it, you have fine hair. When I say fine, I mean it's not as coiled as ours, as black people's. Then you're teased a lot of times, especially if you happen to be very pretty as a girl. Don't be light complected. Oh Lord, some of y'all call hell. You know. Um, then another one is break the cycle. Speak. differently to your kids, to your friends, and to yourself. You have to break the cycle. And lastly, on this, how to begin healing is affirm yourself daily. I am not broken. I belong. I was never too much. I am enough. I cannot tell you how much I have to say those words to myself constantly. Because think about it. I didn't start doing the work and getting myself together for the past, maybe I started doing the work, I'll say in the past 10 years. Maybe a little over. But so let's say from age, let's say 7 up until almost 40, I was having negative self-talk about myself on a consistent basis. Anything you feed for over 40 years is going to grow into an enormous giant. And for me, negative self-talk is that enormous giant. Just is. It really is. So let's do a reflection exercise, y'all. Either grab a journal or just sit and let's just think this out, okay? Take a deep breath. I want you to ask yourself, what do I still carry from childhood that I've never said out loud? What is that? Let me think. Is there one I never said about that still haunts me? It's just a common thread, the rejection for me. It was always based on what I look like. Okay, so you got the answer to that? Okay, second question. Who do you still feel invisible or small around? Third question. Who are you becoming as you heal? Who are you becoming? This is never about blaming you all. It's about breaking the silence, breaking the cycle, breaking free, okay? And I just want all of us just to be free. I really do, because, oh God, the freer we are as parents, some of you grandparents, teachers, educators, you can pass this down to your young people so they don't have to go suffer the bullshit that we have had to suffer, you know? My hopes is that we heal so much our generation and then the generation behind us till the extreme need for therapists won't even be, because we've done the work and we understand how to pass that down instead of the traumas that was passed down to us from our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-great-grandparents. We can pass down blessings and positive mindsets instead of the negativity. All right, y'all, look, let's stay in touch. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. And if my channel blesses you, hey, please share. Feel free to repost this. No, I don't get paid for my workshops that I do here. However, I am open if you ever want me to come out and speak to your group, organization, whatever you have. You can reach me, my contact information. And I do sell some workbooks that go with some of my teachings. I actually am going to be uploading a healing journal for Black survivors of childhood bullying this coming week, so stay tuned. All right, thank you. I love you guys. And hey, feel free to Venmo a sister. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.